meeting it's 2:00. I'm gonna start off the meeting. I'm just going to be muting people just for the safety of no hot mics. Officially, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in the meeting right now. At the time start 1400. Presidents and Amateur Radio Club officers present is KD2 UCJ Robert, KD2 WLM Cody, W2RT Matt, and Trustee M3KW Cody. So pass it on to Robert and Cody.
So let's see. Previous meetings, we voted Cody onto the Board of Trustees. We have a lot more work coming for you in the future, so don't worry. The more you guys hang around, a lot of you guys are familiar faces. Once we get membership going, we hope that you join us to get a little bit more involved. I'll go ahead and do the treasurer report. I don't know if John's going to be coming through. So right now, we got some good donations the past month, which is really awesome. I won't drop names because I don't know if they want to be named, but some folks gave us some donations. We had 5 people purchase some stuff out of the store, which is awesome. And so right about now, we're sitting about $417 up from last month, which last month was 0, and that's pre-membership. And then looking at what our projected, we had a projected number, which was around 12 or 1,300 to make up for the last year's investments and then this year's operating costs. So we've kind of actually already covered this year's operating costs, and we're looking to reduce them significantly. And I don't really care too much about making up all the money I spent the past year because this is a good cause and I want to keep it going for us. But membership will start. That'll help balance things out. But honestly, that membership will go towards what we do in the future, and I'll worry less about the past. So I'm okay with where we're sitting at financially. A big note on that is Matt has been working his butt off to create a completely free website to reduce our overhead. We're doing a lot of things to get everything onto his server. We're going to figure out what the store looks like, what membership looks like, and how we can reduce our costs a lot. So after this, if anyone has any input on website management, purchases, membership, donations, we still have PayPal, Stripe, and all that we're authorized to use. But it'd be really nice to get input because we want to bring our costs down as low as we can and get I don't want to say as much money as we can, but take whatever money we have to efficiently invest it in somewhere good. And that is, if soldiers want to get some testing done, some amateur radio testing done that they might not. I don't know what the new standards are. I know that the Greater Los Angeles VEC, they offer testing for free, but I don't know if there's any fees after that. And then, if we do ham study school or ham radio school, if we can buy some books for learning, if we do classes, our overflow money will go into that. So we'll buy a bunch of books, get them studying and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the big thing when it comes for money. I'll flow over to membership. Done a lot of email campaigns, kind of trying to reach out to people that are military, and literally every day it pops up. So been doing email campaigns to a bunch of veterans, to a bunch of service members, trying to find some people to get them in here, and we're just rapidly growing, and it's awesome. So I'd really like to keep that up and get us to a good point. So another big thing is you don't have to be an amateur radio operator to necessarily hop into some of these chats. You can be in here to just learn general knowledge. So if you have people that just want to be around communicators, especially, looking around the room, some of these names I've known of for a few years just because they've been involved with a lot of these competitions, a lot of these events, and they have their finger on the pulse of what's going on. So it's really awesome that we're getting together. So I'll bump it over to Matt, talk a little bit about public affairs, IT, and I'll have some things to add on to that. But go ahead, Matt.
All right, so as Robert already kind of mentioned a little bit, I've been working on a new website. I just want to increase functionality and just make it a little cleaner. So as we kind of work out the kinks of appearance and functionality, that'll be released. Some other things that I'm working on is just creating some more things to do on the Discord. As you guys can see, the counting game, as well as some other things to just be able to do on the Discord and generate some conversation. So the bots have been added where you can do some practice tests as well as do some call sign lookups. And if you guys have any questions on the commands for that, please check the pinned messages in those channels. If you guys are not seeing all of the channels, please make sure you guys are referring anyone with a red name on Discord, untrusted users, to go like the rules, and that will give them the ability to see all of the channels. Other than that, the only other additional thing I have regarding IT is the server for the RF link between the bases is online, and now I am just working out the process of moderating and accepting nodes. Basically, people who will provide a radio 24/7 to be able to link a base together. And this is kind of important to me because a lot of soldiers that are in the barracks at the various military bases are unable to have an HF set up and everything like that. So they can't really go outside of their local area. And so having these nodes is really important to maybe not you, but these soldiers around you. So the ability to set one up and connect it to the server is important. And what I will also do is connect the RF link to channels in this Discord. So you can actually log into this Discord and through your phone, your computer, operate the radios at the various bases. That will come with 100% a verification process for your license because we have to follow FCC rules of being a control operator, whether you're remote or radio in hand. So everyone will be able to join that channel and listen. However, to be able to do talk and operate that link, you will be able to. You will have to provide verification. So those are just some projects that we're working on at the club at the IT level. And again, as Robert said, if you guys have anything you would like to see on the website, please let me know, and I will do that. There's a lot of features that I plan on adding and improving. So I'm open to everything, and the kind of hit time, like a deadline for releasing this website is a year from now. I've made quite a bit of progress for the website already, so I have no time or no problems with taking your suggestions and taking my time getting it done right, and then releasing it sometime sooner if that happens. But other than that, I'll pass it back to Robert.
Yeah, Matt, just to go off of some of the things, Matt and I talk in length about some of the cool things that we can do. So I'll just add on to what he said and the functionality we want to achieve with our website. So one thing is we want to be a good repository of links. And when I say links, we're talking unclassed open source links. We don't want to replace LAN Warnet. We don't want to replace any military proprietary stuff. We want the general education links that people can say, hey, I'm a communicator. Let me go to this website and see if I can find something on there. So when we ask for link input, check out what we have so far and say, hey, how can I provide something? And we come up with something every day that we can add. So that's the big thing on the links. When Matt's talking about this RF link, our long-term goal is to start reaching out, every duty station around here. Let's find the 3-4 clubs that are local to that duty station. Let's do an outreach and say, hey, I know a guy that's PCSing from JBLM to Bragg. If you're affiliated with our club, A, we'll get this person to link up with you, and now you got a new guy to the club, and B, on Matt's smart side, hey, let's integrate maybe some sort of Echo Link, All-Star, whatever node we're going to use, and now we can get on an RF link and all kind of talk to each other. And so that's really long-term stuff, but the gears are turning. Another big thing about the website, membership. We're really trying to tailor like what membership's going to look like and how you can actually get something out of membership, because I wouldn't want to just pay. I mean, we're going to be like $25 a year. So $2 a month essentially. But what can we get out of it? And we can't really promise anything yet because we're not a club. But we have been in talks with a lot of people and companies that can, when we officially get our membership, get our club, we can do ARRL affiliation. That's what we're aiming for. We can start talking to other ARRL affiliate clubs and kind of get some benefits out of there. And then we can really start approaching organizations and say, hey, we are actually a military club with X amount of official members that are contributing to this. What can how can we get something? I don't want to say how can we get something out of it, but how can we work together to better each other? So there's a lot of people that boast that they're tactical comms equipment or whatever. We're the group out here to prove it. So those are just some things we talk about with public affairs. And then the last thing, we've had some really good results from the videos we've posted. I think the one video had like tens of thousands of views, which is awesome. So people are getting exposed and whatnot. All right, so after that, we'll bump over to the adventure committee. Cody's going to talk about POTA Field Day and the future events.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. Thanks, Rob. So just like a quick recap on the POTA Support Your Parks weekend, we had quite a few folks that were attached to each other in the Discord. Mostly everyone was running independent. There's a few of the original members that tried to get together and work it out. We did operate a club call from myself. And that's something that we want to work on in the future for everyone inside the club to kind of standardize how we want to utilize the club call in Support Your Parks, or excuse me, in POTA or SOTA and the like. So it's on me. I'm going to standardize some of that, some of the logging procedures that would be appropriate for each one for folks to utilize the club call. Field Day kind of operated the same way. It was pretty much independent. There's quite a few folks that were linked in here. We're kind of sharing ideas how we wanted to operate Field Day. A couple of us were stuck at the house, but hey, we were playing on the shore power, so that was kind of nice. Handvention, I think, is this weekend. There's a few members that are usually in the Discord. They're out there having fun and checking out the sites, and that's really kind of nice. Coming up for the end of February, the International DX CW competitions out there. If any of you guys are working on code and want to just get another feel for it and expose yourself a little bit more, for you more experienced guys, hey, more power to you, get them up. International DX phone competition, it's the first week of March. We plan on having a few folks that are going to be able to operate that if they're not too busy with their home life or work. Other than that, just standardizing the club call is really what we want to get on for the adventure side of the house and make sure that some folks can use K2 FTS and get more of our name out there, especially on the airwaves. The internet's nice, but we're still a ham radio club, so there we go. I'll hand it back to Rob there. I think we're going to go over some of the military side of the house when it comes to it.
Yeah, so we did add a channel to the Discord for videos. So if anyone out there either produces something or makes something, add it in there. I know Chris is getting out a lot and doing some SOTA stuff. I try and make some videos, and there's a few guys out there. Just drop it in there. We'll get to see it, and then we'll share it on some of our pages. Just to let people know, get you some exposure. Cody did mention club call use. A lot of people asking about club call use, and we're gonna refine that. So military, we always like to throw this part in there. Compliance, I'm gonna say it every single meeting that we have. Compliance. Remember, this is an open source chat. Use your discretion with who you know in here. There's a few new faces. I'm still in the military and I maintain a clearance, don't cross that line with someone else who may not maintain that clearance anymore. So just compliance is a huge thing. Military events coming up, QRPX. We got a video coming out for QRPX, the 30 to 60 day planning. We're gonna hopefully I can work on that this weekend. Jake's gonna help me out with some things once I do some editing, and hopefully, no later than Tuesday, I'd like to get that out to a bunch of people, and then we'll roll back around. Cody, you, me, and Rob Bass, or whoever else wants to do input on that 1 to 4 week out planning for a military HF competition. And then, like I mentioned, that local club outreach, start looking. Matt's doing a map of military installations and the clubs around it. Again, we're gonna start reaching out to them and in the future, and kind of say like, hey, you're affiliated with it. Let's try and get some ties. So then if you're an independent person at an installation, and you're kind of struggling to get things moving, if we have an affiliated club nearby, you just multiplied your numbers tenfold. And that's the whole purpose of this whole thing. So that's about it on military stuff. I'm gonna roll right into some old business fundraiser gear. We have that up. Like I said, we got 5 big old 5 purchases. We're not making a lot of money off of it, okay? Just so you know, this is the initial fundraiser. This is like the best deal out right now. But I think with us switching over to Matt's website, we're going to try and cut some costs out of it so we can reduce the overhead on those purchases. I think like for a $50 purchase, we're making like $3. So if that. So it's just good to rep the gear, and it's good quality stuff. I like the shirts. And not much new business. We kind of covered everything, like member exclusives and stuff like that. And we're not doing any voting today. We do have some things prepped for voting, but we're going to wait till next month to kind of throw it out there. It's a lot of it is revolved around membership and starting that, and then getting involved. But we want to be able to provide more to you guys. So that kind of concludes our meeting. We're going to just do a final recap for Matt, who's taken down our meeting minutes. We talked over the treasury balance, currently at 417. We talked about email campaigns and membership. We talked about all of your IT stuff and our plans for the future of the website. Cody recap the previous POTA and field day and put out some new events coming up, and then QRPX and our videos are the next big milestones. So from here we're gonna end the meeting. Matt, I got 13:18 my time, so that's 14:18 Eastern. We try and make these meetings short so we can get to the rag chew and kind of talk. We're going to transition. I'm going to stop the recording. We're going to transition into the rag chew, which is 1 to 4 weeks out for military HF competitions. I'm going to write notes down so we can build our next video. And then I got a really cool idea for next month's topic, due to the Chinese balloon fest that we got going on here. I think it'd be cool to talk air frequencies. We got a bunch of people in here that have some experience with it, whether it be working flying or air defense or something like that. But we talk open source air frequencies that people can kind of monitor on their own, and just listen in, just to manipulate, or not manipulate, but just to use your skills to be aware of your surroundings. So I think air frequencies will be a really cool one next month. We'll all kind of just come with some websites and notes to be involved with that. Without further ado, Matt, go ahead and just wrap us up here if you got anything.
Thank you everyone for coming. Hope everyone enjoys the baseball game tonight. We've had 15 total members, and we're officially ending the meeting at 2:19 p.m. Eastern.